Testing, testing, is this thing on? Hey the YouTube, KSCuber here, coming at you with another video. Actually a little bit later than I wanted to get this up. This is the question and answer video that I uploaded the little announcement thing for like 2 weeks ago or something like that. So I guess I'm here, I'm ready to answer your questions. I would have filmed this outside except that it's like 8 p.m. and also it's like 20 degrees and snowy out there. But other than that, I have cubes, I have questions. Let's answer some questions today. Have quite a few here, quite a good thing for the questions, but let's just get right into these here. First off, James Montgomery. He's asked for a shout out a couple different times, so here's a shout out for you, James Montgomery. Watches a lot of my videos on my channel. Go check him out if you want to there. What was the very first Rubik's Cube you ever got, and how many cubes are in your collection? This is going to be a little bit of a repetitive question, I have a feeling. At least when I looked through the questions, it seemed to be. My first Rubik's Cube I ever got was actually a Rubik's 2.0 cube. This is an analog for that. This is not the original cube, but it was a Rubik's 2.0. And as you can see, this one has been tensioned and lubricated a little bit and actually turns pretty well. And that's about the same as my other one there. I actually cut the little slots into it, so it's kind of like one of those Rubik's Speed cubes, but it's Rubik's 2.0 stock that I modified a little bit. And how many cubes are in your collection? It's a hard question. I'm going to say, currently, right now, as it sits in this office right here, plus the probably 115 MF3 cubes in the basement there, I'm probably sitting right at probably 370 cubes, I'm going to guess. There's a lot more coming in the future, more cubes coming shortly. I'll talk about that here near the end. Mr. Cuber, how long have you been cubing? That's also a good question. I'm not exactly sure the exactities of when I got my first cube. I just know it's sometime, probably early 2015. Somewhere right in there, maybe even late 2014, but I'm going to guess early 2015. I started really seriously cubing right around probably mid to late 2015. The Texas Cuber asks, how did you get into cubing? I don't know. It's really a kind of odd... I don't know, it's not really an odd story. I mean, it's a really mundane story. There's not a lot of craziness to it. Pretty much, I saw a Rubik's Cube somewhere. I thought it was an interesting looking puzzle. I saw that it was fairly hard to solve, and I wanted to pick one up. It took me a good, probably 5 months to finally make my way out to Walmart and pick one up. I picked one up, and I've liked it ever since. DNA Cube on Instagram. Can you make a room tour? Yeah, I guess I can do that here quick. Let's just pop the camera off the tripod. I'll switch to the camera audio, because that's going to be a little bit easier. I kind of go vlog style here. This is basically my current kind of small office. Basically, as you walk in here, this is a few different camera signs and things. If you go up here, this is actually just a bunch of miscellaneous camera stuff and things that are kind of like in the archive. And then right here is my main cube shelf in my office. As you can see, a bunch of cubes there, a bunch of cubes in the back. Actually, some camera equipment right at the front right there, taking up a bunch of space. Up on top there, I have a couple different, like, I don't know, sealed puzzles and just some other miscellaneous stuff. Up here on this shelf, this is my main storage shelf. It goes back in there a ways. It's pretty tall, has a lot of shelves, all kinds of different stuff on that. Have my scooter hanging there. If you can see that, I'll come back out in the summer. As we come over here, I actually have some spare shelving, which is going to be used for cubing and other things here in the future. But as you can see, I have quite a bit of that. And then right here is, I guess, basically my main cube shelf right now. This is the one that has most cubes on it. In the back there is a Canon little poster thing. And then, I guess this is the main cockpit, my main editing / work place here. As you can see, I have like an LG ultra wide monitor. Have my Mac on some sort of special VESA arm stand thing there. A couple lenses, a desk clock. It's a little bit scattered right now. There's some stuff I'm working on currently. And there is a toolbox up here, big Canon poster, a Mia poster on the ceiling, super big 3x3, just some other stuff in there. I don't know, there's actually another shelf back in here, kind of secret shelf. And I guess that's about it. Just a very quick office tour. This is actually like a standing desk, so I have a bench here that I can sit on if I want to, otherwise I'll stand at it. And let's get back into some other questions. There is your quick room tour. I might be able to do a more thorough / professional one at some point, but I guess that's it for now. A little sneak preview maybe. Of course, that probably was like 2 minutes. Spice Doggeroni on Instagram. I do have an Instagram. Plug right there. KSCuber at KS_Cuber. But I asked also on Instagram, what is your favorite 3x3 shape mod? I'd say right now my favorite 3x3 shape mod is really a toss-up between the Mastermorphics and the Mirrorblocks cube. I'm going to say Mastermorphics right now because I'm really enjoying those, but it really is kind of just a toss-up between the two. Next up here, GI_Cuber on Instagram, GTS2M versus Volk3 PowerM versus GAN-Air SM versus Cubicle MF3RSM. As you can hear there, all different magnetic cubes, and the only ones out of those that I personally tried are the GTS2. I've not tried the magnetic one of that, so I guess I can't comment on that either. And the GAN-Air SM. So I guess out of that whole list, the GAN-Air SM is the only one I've really tried. If I had to guess, or if I had to pick one off the top of my head, I'd say the GAN-Air SM just because of how customizable it is. But if you're on a budget, the MF3RS and actually the MF3RS2M is the one I'd really recommend. I've heard a lot of good things about that one, and that one's supposed to be pretty good. HawaiianCuber808 on Instagram. Shout out to him also. I've been on his live stream a couple of times. He has a really cool channel, and he's just starting cubing, getting pretty good at. But anyway, shout out to him. How many cubes do you have, and what is the largest cube that you've solved? I already answered the how many cubes do I have question. I'll probably have quite a few more here coming up, and then I'm going to stop buying them hopefully. But currently, almost 400. Is that what I said? Or just over 400? 370 or something? 370 cubes, I think I said. And then, what is the largest cube that you have solved? Well, I don't know. Largest by size standards would be the Hishu Super Big 3x3, but I'm assuming you meant largest layered. And that would either be the Shengshao 11x11 or maybe by piece number, the Shengshao Terramings. This one actually is not sold right now. I'm working on super flipping it. And so far I've been working on super flipping for like a month. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not. It's almost done, but that takes quite a while. Christopher Ballin Mendoza. What is your favorite 4x4 speed cube? Another very good question. I haven't tried enough 4x4 speed cubes to give a really good answer. At least the best 4x4 speed cube. But my favorite currently is the Moyu Aosu GTSM. Had to think of the name for that exactly. But basically the factory magnetized version. I got it for 25 bucks. And after breaking it in, really I'm liking the turning of this cube. It's just super, I don't know, flexible. And it just turns really, really, really well. Way better than any other 4x4 I've ever had. Corner cut's like almost 45 degrees on a 4x4. It's just pretty ridiculous. Other people have some issues with the middle layers be a little bit harder to turn than the outer ones, and I can see that. So I definitely want to try out like the Chi top end one, and I mean, let's see, what's the one? The Yushin Blue. I want to try Yushin Blue here pretty soon in magnetic, but that's my favorite right now. The Noodle Cubing Bros. I am your biggest fan, and what is your favorite cube? Yes, I've seen you around in my live stream and everything else. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for being my biggest fan. What is your favorite cube? The Shengshao Gigamorphics. I'm gonna just put that out there right now. May change in the future. For right now, that's my favorite. Ben's Wiki. Would you rather lose your channel and you can't start a new one or lose all your cubes? Oh, man. Can't start a new one, so you can't start a new one for cubing or anything? I guess I could probably migrate to Instagram or something else there, but man, that'd be a bad blow either way. I'm gonna just have to lose the channel. I don't know. The whole vlogging thing is pretty fun and all, but I don't know. Yeah, I'd probably have to lose the channel. I'll pick it up somewhere else. I won't lose it, but I have quite a few different cubes. Can always meet up at comps or something. DMC Cubes. What is the most funniest thing that has happened in your cubing life? I said cubist, not him. He said cubing life. Funniest thing that's happened in my cubing life. I don't know exactly. Yeah, that's a hard question. Nothing funny has happened in my cubing life. Okay, next up here from Kiani Ooi. Hopefully I did not butcher your name there. I may have butchered the pronunciation. Sorry about that. Can I race you? Yes. Meet me tomorrow, 7 p.m. at the track. We're gonna race. Troy Cubing. What are your mains and averages? I actually just did a video on this, so go check that out. Link it in the card. Right there. Okay, I think I have that down. I mean, most YouTubers don't have it down. I think I have it down, and if I don't have it down, I'm looking like a fool right now. But anyway, I just did a video on mains and averages, so I'm not going to redo that. I actually do have a new average on 3x3 and 4x4, and I guess I'm always updating my averages. If you want to see my latest average, I usually post about my new PBs on my Instagram. Again, Tipster Trickster, what mods have you made, if any? If you look back in my first videos on my channel, I've made a couple different bandaged mods. Basically, I super glued a couple pieces together on a broken cube and made that into some sort of bandaged cubes. I don't have those anymore. As for other mods, I really haven't made any. I mean, I tried to make a slim cube a long time ago. That was a big failure. I tried a couple different things. I'll try some more in the future. I'm going to do some magnetic cubes here shortly. But other than that, no mods as of yet. I do mean to make some here eventually. CJ Cubed, what got you into cubing? I've already answered that. Not much. I mean, I just saw the cube. I thought it was cool. I wanted to learn how to solve one. And then I got really into it. Exactly how many twisty puzzles do you have? Man, this question is going to be super repetitive. Let me count this here quickly. I think at the time of filming my last collection video, 315 cubes. I think I added, let's just say 8 cubes plus another 50. I think my 370 is pretty accurate. I'm just going to stick with that. How long have you been cubing for? Also already answered this, early 2015. So about, I guess technically almost 3 years now. Racky Cracker, what is your favorite piece of camera equipment? That's another really hard one. I'm going to just answer this with this lens right here. This was a huge achievement for me when I first picked it up. It was the first expensive piece of camera equipment that I picked up. I picked this up about 2 years ago, and that's probably my favorite piece of camera equipment. It's a Tamron 70-200 VC. And look at that there. On one of my trips here, that was in my camera bag, and I think the camera bag got dropped or it fell over because the little focusing scale's cracked. The lens is fine, but it's cracked, so it's been around the block, and that's about how par for the course with my camera equipment. But I guess second place for my favorite piece of camera equipment would probably be my main camera right here. This is the Canon EOS 1DS Mark II. This is a camera I've been using for about 2 years, maybe a year and a half, and I just put all my pictures on that. And I really like that one. And what's your favorite food? That's also a hard question. I'm just going to say pizza, just to keep it easy. Brandon Aviado, how did you learn to solve the 3x3? It's a pretty good question. I think the first tutorial I ever watched on how to solve a 3x3 was from Red KB. After that, I kind of looked out at a bunch of different methods. I kind of just figured out my own. From there, the first method I actually used was like full beginner's method. First 2 layers, full beginner's method, basically make the cross, and then you put in the corners, and then you put in the second layer edges. But then for the last layer, I actually learned, I think 4 look last layer right off the bat, maybe 5 look. I mean, there were a couple like algorithms, we had to do 2 or 3 algorithms to get in there, but I didn't learn like the super beginner's method where you're going like down and whatever. So just various sources, and I guess mostly Red KB started me in the right direction. Jacob W, what are your cubing and YouTube goals for 2018? Well, I definitely talked about my cubing goals a little bit in that mains and goals video, which I'll link that again in the card right there. There you go. I'm pointing again, hopefully. But as for YouTube goals, I don't think I went over those a lot. Hopefully, this channel is going to keep growing. I'm going to be more consistent and just keep uploading videos. That's the goal, and I don't know. Hopefully, we can grow it. Who knows? Maybe by the end of the year, we'll hit like 5,000 subscribers. That would be really crazy. We're almost at 1,000 right now, and that is really awesome. CuberX, what got you into cubing? Well, actually, I'll tell one more quick story as an add-on to that. I realized after I got that first Rubik's 2.0 cube and I learned how to solve it, probably a year after that, once I sort of got into the cubing and everything, I actually had a cube back when I was probably 10 or 11 years old. It's really funny that I never got into it, but from what I remember, I got a cube for my birthday, peeled the stickers off, and ended up in the toy box, ended up thrown out. So I guess I did have a cube technically before then, but I didn't even think of solving it. I mean, it didn't even cross my mind at the time, which kind of sucks because it'd be cool if I had been in cubing for that long, but I have not. Also, I had like a weird little picture cube, which I guess I still have, that I got a little bit after that. So I have had 2 cubes, I guess, before my first official cube. Christopher Ballin Mendoza, what is your favorite puzzle? Ready to answer that? The Shengshao Gigamorphics. Mr. Checksman, what are some of your favorite non-WCA cubes or parodies of WCA cubes? Chi Dimension, Mofang, Dice, etc. Well, let's see here. What are your favorite non-WCA cubes? I guess I'd say the Master Morphics. Probably the 11 I'd say the Yushin 9x9. I don't like my 11x11 quite as much. Maybe once I get the Yushin version, I'll really like that. The Shengshao Terraminx would also be right up there. And actually, this is a cool puzzle that I haven't shown yet that I got. This is the Wit Eden 3x3x9. I'd say that's right up there with my favorite non-WCA puzzles. I also kind of tend to like picture cubes, which I guess those fall under the 3x3 non-WCA category. So, I don't know. Just a couple different ones there. I really like most cubes fairly equally. Niles or Niels Van Hoot. Van Hoot. Sorry if I butcher your name there, Niels. Should I magnetize my Little Magic? I'm assuming you mean the Little Magic 3x3. They now have a full line, you know, with the Mega Minx, the Pyraminx, I don't know what they're going to come out with next. But anyway, should you magnetize the Little Magic? Yes, I would recommend doing it. If you have the time, / the magnets, / you want the experience, definitely magnetize your Little Magic. It is very good with magnets. Actually, I did a weird spring swap today, which I might show off later. And by later, I mean some other video. But basically, I swapped it with like mini ShengShou 5x5 springs? Yeah, and it feels a lot different. It's pretty interesting, actually. Jonathan Nelson, how long have you been cubing? Again, answered that question. Moneybomb3605-10H. Or tin? Yeah, might just be pronounced tin. How to improve on big cubes and Mega Minx? Well, I definitely say it a lot. Practice, practice, practice. I mean, there's not a lot more you can do on that. As long as you learn the basic methods, you're willing to try and improve that. It's just sitting down, practicing those methods, either timed, not timed, anything like that. Practice is what comes down to. Eventually going to get better. May not be the most efficient way, but it's how I've been doing this whole time, so I can't give you much other for advice. Otaku59, who is your idol? Idol's kind of a strong word for that, but I don't know. I like Chris Tran. I think he has some really interesting ideas, and he's a really cool guy in the whole cubing industry. Other than that, I mean, Felix Zemdegs is crazy fast. There's some other really good cubers I look up to, but I don't know. I don't think I really have an idol per se. Lao EE. That's a really interesting name. Lao E, maybe? Do you keep duplicates of cubes, if you have any? Well, considering I really don't have any cubes, I'm not sure. So, I guess no. Austin Santillana, or Austin Santillana on Instagram. What was the greatest moment in your cubing history? Well, I'd assume that the greatest moment in my cubing history was probably the first time I solved a Rubik's Cube, you know, because that kind of, I don't know, at least it was the most important moment in my cubing history. But as for maybe like moments that are really cool, it was probably like my first sub 20 solve or something like that. I mean, I really haven't hit a huge milestones in solving cubes, so I don't know. Chris_McGalliard16 on Instagram there. Also may have mispronounced that name. Favorite cubes, again, Gigamorphics, Mastermorphics, Mirror Blocks, 3x3, 4x4. I don't know, I could name some more, but I guess that's about it. Igor Cubing, also on Instagram. All the rest of these are on Instagram, so I guess I'm just going through those now. How many algorithms do you know? Well, I'm not sure. For 2x2, I guess I use pretty much the standard layer by layer. I know all the algorithms for that, so I guess that's probably like 15 or so. For 3x3, I know full PLL, and then about 15 OLLs, and then I just kind of do intuitive F2L, so I guess a few there. I don't know. I don't know anything super crazy. I don't know any huge algorithm sets. I just kind of learn them as I need to, and I'm just kind of slow to learn them. So, I don't know. I know quite a few algorithms, but not that many in the grand scope of things. The Trent Cubed, also a really good person to check out on Instagram. Has a bunch of interesting like photos and stuff, so shout out to him there. How long have you been cubing, and when did you first learn to solve the Rubik's Cube? Well, I did answer that before, but basically, I guess I started early 2015, and I first learned to solve the Rubik's Cube. I guess technically I first learned to solve the Rubik's Cube probably within a week of getting it. But when I sat down and actually decided to try to learn it, I learned it in about 45 minutes. I had my first cube scrambled, and I had it solved within 45 minutes. After that, I think the day after that, I got down to around 6:30 or maybe 7 minutes. And after that, I got quite a bit faster. Bluster_Ace on Instagram. What is the most expensive cube you have? Well, currently, I think that would probably be the ShengShou 11x11. KSCuber, non-cubing related question. How many watches and camera lenses do you have in total? Too many. I don't know. If I had to estimate on the watch front, I have 2 totes there, probably 130 some watches. I probably need to liquidate some of those. I mean, they're not all in perfect shape. It's partially a collection, and partially I wear those all the time. And then as far as lenses, in my own personal set there, I probably have 35 or 40. And then if you count, like, I have lenses all over the place that I borrow from time to time if I need to use them. But I guess my own personal thing, probably 35 or 40. And then here we go. We're coming to the end of the thing. I forget what I said I was going to talk about at the beginning here. I guess I should just say, first of all, I guess I'll have a couple little things here as a short little thing at the end of this video. First of all, I think we just hit 820 subscribers. I can't believe how fast this channel is blowing up. I mean, I was going to have a subscriber giveaway at 750. That's coming probably next video or the video after that. So that is coming. Probably going to end at 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit 1,000, I'm going to announce the winner for that. But it's crazy, 820 subscribers. Thank you all so much for subscribing to this whole thing. And then I guess I was also going to mention, here we go, I had multiple people ask me, are you getting the Yushin 17x17? Okay, so actually I remembered one more quick announcement. I'm going to have an entire solid week, 6 days probably in a row of big, huge, massive, overflowing, gigantic unboxing videos. I don't want to play it up too much, but I think starting on, I don't know, it's probably going to be Monday of the week after this next week here is unboxing week. Be prepared, be ready. The final cubes of the first part of the year are going to be unboxed, and it's going to be crazy, insane, crazy at the same time. Coming in 1 week, unboxing week, all the cubes. Until then, thank you so much for watching this Q&A. If you have any more questions for the next one, leave them in the comments below. I will be doing more of these in the future. Also, stay tuned for an announcement video. I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow solving a whole bunch of non-WCA 3x3 shape mods. Hopefully I have a couple of guests for that. But also you can ask me any questions live there. I'll be there for probably a couple of hours between tentatively 7 p.m. Central Standard Time and probably about 10 p.m., maybe a little bit earlier than that. We'll see exactly. I'm trying to move it a little bit earlier because I heard that some people need, I don't know if they have school on Monday or whatever, they need to go to bed. But Sundays, hopefully I can start doing live streams there. So anyway, like I said, leave any comments, questions, anything in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more double things here. Check out my Instagram right here. KSCuber out. Goodbye.